I said we were gonna be doing that I was gonna mention today? Something that I didn't talk about much the other day. Yes, in fact, it is the fact that I am an aunt. My brother and his girlfriend finally had their child. Tita Numi is real. We are here today to celebrate me becoming the wine aunt. More specifically, we already know that I am not a fan of wine. If I'm gonna drink wine, it has to be like that sweet white wine that Chai Lily put me on many years ago. The reality of it all is I am not a wine aunt. I am, say it with me now, tequila aunt! Yes, sir. So today, we are gonna celebrate because, y'all, I don't even think I was able to talk about the extent of how this happened. But, what day was it? It was like, I think it was the day of the YouTube stream. Yeah. It was like the day of the YouTube stream. And I remember talking to you guys right when it started. And I said, guys, I feel like the baby's gonna be like happening today. Like, I feel like it's gonna be happening. And then after the stream, I checked and the baby came out. I was like, oh my God. And I don't remember what I was doing. I was busy working and preparing for packing, preparing for the concert. Office Drummer and Holmes, we were doing band practice that day. Oh yeah, we were doing band practice, and then we did the stream with Office Drummer. Yeah, the Office Drummer stream. Immediately after that, I was told that visiting hours were gonna be over in like 30 minutes or something. So I got in Flauta, and I booked it because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to see the new baby till after I came back from touring, right? So I just got in Flauta, and I was like hauling ass, listening to all of the songs from the album, nothing but the album on repeat so that I could try to memorize all of the lyrics, right? Yep, Prince Numbob. And I couldn't figure out where to park because this was a big ass hospital. I didn't know that there's a specific building for women who give birth. I didn't know that was still a thing. I didn't... Like, damn, people still having kids these days? But I didn't know where to park. And so I called my mom, and my mom was like, Numi, where are you? Like, hurry, we only have 10 minutes until we have to leave or something. I think it was 15 minutes. But I said, I don't know where to park. Where are you? What do I do? And then my brother answered. Oh, but before that, he called me, like, bawling his eyes out. And he was like, oh my God, Numi, he's so beautiful. He knows who I am. He smiled. I said, oh, period. Yeah, good job. Good job. And then he took the phone. He's like, Numi, you need to go this way. You need to follow the signs. And then when you follow the signs, you're gonna get into this building, and then you're gonna cross the street, and you're gonna go to this building, and then this building, and then you'll find it. I just said, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna let fate decide if I make it or not. And I found a parking garage. I parked inside, and I'm running, and then I go up to the first building that I see, and then I made a mistake because I thought he said like it's at an emergency room or something, and I go up to this guy, the desk dude, and I said, oh, where's the emergency building? And then he said, oh, it's across the street down that way. I'm like, oh. Right. Here I am in my Crocs. I run over across the street to this building with 10 minutes or something left. And then I go up to the visitor pass lady. And then I said, hi, I'm here to see blah, blah. And then she just gives me this look. She just looks at me and says, I don't think you belong here. And I didn't really know what to say. I said, no, I'm here to visit. I'm here to visit this woman. My brother. They had a kid. Like I'm here to see it. And she just said, I don't think this is where you're supposed to be. And I didn't understand. I didn't get it. And I'm like looking around me, and everybody looked so really sad. And I didn't get it. And she said, I think you're trying to go to the building over there, which was the original building that I ran to. So I crossed the street again running, and it turns out that there's a whole building just for women giving birth. So when I step into this building, I understood what she meant when she said, you don't belong here. Because I looked, and at that emergency building, everybody looked so distraught, depressed, ready for the world to end. I stepped into this building, and I was filled with brightness, smiling people, happy people to be alive. And I said, that's what okay. Because I looked too excited and happy. And so she said I didn't belong here because, and yep, I go and I get my little visitor's pass, and he's all, congratulations on the new member of your family. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get it. This is a vibe shift. This is a vibe shift. I go up the elevator and my mom grabs me and we go over to where Prince Numbob was resting. And y'all, I don't think I've ever seen like a newborn. I don't think I've ever seen a newborn. I usually see them when they're a couple weeks or a couple months old, but that was over a decade ago when my cousin was born. And I step into the room and my brother's just looking at me with a proud smile on his face and he said, look at him, isn't he beautiful? And then I looked at him and I'm gonna be honest, he looked like an egg. And I took a picture with the baby and it's a Riz face photo. So the first photo that I have with Prince Numbob is me Riz facing with him sleeping in the background, and he was all cuddled up and looked like a little egg. And my brother was like, yeah, I saw on a TikTok actually that you can like it's a way to make him feel like they're being coddled so they don't cry. Yeah, he's wrapped in there like a little pig in a blanket. And I said, slay. And I decided I'm gonna wait like maybe a month or two before I get the propeller hat, one that can like grow with him. But then I took a Riz face selfie with my brother as we should, and a little group pic, and then we got kicked out, but I did get to see Prince Numbob. Now I am going to dub myself as the tequila aunt, because when I was going down the elevator, I was just standing there and my Mama Numi was like, oh, well, we got one. That's all I needed. I only need one grandkid. You don't need to have one if you don't want to. And I said, yes, no more pressure. I was so excited and happy. Oh my gosh. And I said, good. But I also felt a little insulted because she said it not because it was, yeah, you can have one if you want to, and not. No. She just knows that there is no way in hell that there's a chance of me meeting a partner within the next. She's like, no, I know you. I know how you are. No, you're fine. You don't have to. Yeah, it's okay. It was a bittersweet comment at the end of the day, where I there was many things that I realized with that statement that she said to me.